All right, we are canning chicken today. And I am going to, I just got 2 chickens out of the freezer last night and let them thaw. And we're going to sprinkle in some good pepper. Salt them. Just a handful of carrot bits we're going to stuff in their bottom. Okay, and what I plan on doing with these is just letting them cook till almost done. Just enough that I can easily pull the meat off the bones. And I got my oven set to 350. Probably one's 8 pounds and one's 6 pounds. So I'll be checking them for doneness. Then I'll bring you guys back and show you how much. Because some of you guys might be interested, 2 things, how I typically can my chicken, and then how much you should expect for canned chicken per bird. So we'll try to do it by poundage of a bird, because the smaller one's 6 pounds and the big one's 8 pounds. So I'm trying to clean out the freezer right now, getting room for all the veggies coming in, and I still have some chicken to be processed. Excuse me. And we still have a cooler, guys, out in the garage of all of our old laying hens. And I learned I need to let those age for at least 4 days. So they're sitting on ice out there. It's been a full 48 hours. Today will be 72 hours. So this weekend, I will bring you guys back specifically a video on processing older laying flock. But let's get those chickens cooking so we can get some canned chicken and get our stock built back up down in the pantry. So I'll see you guys back. Probably it's 8:30 now, around lunchtime, and we'll see what we can't get accomplished. See you guys in a bit. We got everything going on today. Bread making, multiple stocks, chicken canning. Whew. I gotta get this out real quick, otherwise it's a pain in the rear end to get out. Okay, so I got scrap bowl because I don't want the skin to be canned and I don't want it in my broth. I made that mistake one time, and you talk about fatty broth. I never want to do that again. And I ended up cooking my chicken a little too long, so like its bone fall off tender. So I'm just peeling the chicken. Hot. It's still a little hot. Okay, so this is the 8-pound chicken. I like to can, when I can my chicken, I don't always, but I like to do dark meat together and white meat together. And I just pull chunks off and throw it in the jar. I don't bother shredding it small. Still so a little hot. And then I've got my stock bowl here that has carrots, some scapes, some onion bits. And when I say carrots, I mean all the carrot bits from processing carrots. And onion bits, pepper bits, and peppercorns, and some bay leaves in it. Up there, I have a different video on making broth with the chicken feet and the necks. So that's going on in that canner, or the roaster, excuse me. And once I get this chicken all packed up, we'll throw all these carcasses in here, fill this with water, and I'll just put that in the oven. when you are canning chicken that's cooked, you do need to cover it with some broth or water with chicken bouillon. I wouldn't necessarily use straight water. You're probably gonna lose some of your chicken flavoring that way. So this, I don't know if I've already said, this is the 8-pound bird. So we're gonna see how many pints we get. And I like to can my chicken in pints for Todd and I. If you had a large family, you might want to do it in quarts. And you're just gonna fill to 1 inch of headspace on your jars. And I have raw packed too. I just prefer this because it's easier for me to handle, I guess. I'm not having to cut raw meat off of a chicken carcass. And honestly, I can use this in a recipe tonight if I had it planned. So I won't bore you guys with this whole process. I'll bring you back when I'm done with this chicken and we'll look and see what we got. Okay, we got 3 pints of white meat and maybe 2 1/4 pints of dark meat or mixed dark meat. So, not bad. You know, I guess I wish that it was that 5 pints for an 8-pound bird. I just wish it was an easy conversion, like an 8-pound bird gives you 6 pints or 8 pints or something like that. So I'm going to get this other one deboned. I'm probably, just let you know, this probably isn't recommended, but what I'm gonna do is I'm going to set these in the fridge, and then tomorrow when the broth and everything is done, I'll heat the jars back up, top them with hot broth, and I'm gonna can them so I can can everything together. That's just gonna be my process. I'm sure it's recommended that you do it straight away, but it's too hot to run the canner in the house for such a small batch. So I'd imagine with this chicken, I will get 4 pints, I guess, 3.5, I don't know. So I'm gonna get it all jarred up and bring you guys back probably tomorrow when I actually can the chicken, so I can show you what it looks like when it comes out of the canner. And then maybe I'll share with you just some of our favorite ways to use canned chicken in the house. We definitely use it way more often than we would pull out, say, a frozen chicken and use it. So it's just convenience, and we absolutely love canned chicken. Okay, so I have my chicken out. Let me see if you guys can see me. Yes, okay, so remember yesterday, I jarred up my chicken and just put it in the fridge till my broth was done. Well, the broth is done now. So, and this is the carcass broth that I did throw in a couple feet and maybe 1 foot and a few necks. And I just heated these jars back up in the microwave so that they're warm and not cold. And I'm gonna get these filled with some broth and we will put the lids on. And for pints, I'm going to can these, pressure can, for 75 minutes. So, oh, I was gonna tell you, did I tell you yesterday how many jars I got from, oh, I'm sorry if I didn't. How many jars I got from each chicken? I think I did. I got the 5 pints, 2 breast, 3 dark meats from the 8-pound chicken, and the 4 pints from the 6-pound chicken. So we are good. Let me just grab a funnel and a strainer and I'll show you all that process. Okay, so I don't do anything super duper fancy for straining my broth. I do very simple, just use a little sieve and pour off the broth in it. Oops. So again, we just want 1 inch of headspace. I went a little too much on that one. Alrighty. That is exactly how I will fill my chicken. So I'm gonna get all these done, and then I'll bring you guys back when I pull them out of the canner, because I'm kind of doing 2 videos here, making the broth and how I do that both with chicken feet and chicken carcasses and necks. So if you're interested in just that video, that's a separate video. But this, I'm gonna keep focused on just how I can chicken. So let me get these jarred up. I will wipe the rims with some vinegar, because there is, you want to do water or vinegar. I choose vinegar when I have like a fatty substance or sticky, like, but if it's just already like a pickling brine, like a vinegar base, I will just use water to wipe my lids or rims. And then I'll get these jarred up. So stick around, I'll be back, and we will process these for the 75 minutes out in our outdoor canner today. All right, friends, I wrapped up my chicken canning. That's the jars. So I'm just gonna let them cool out here overnight. They've all sealed, and then I'll take them inside and we will have more chicken on the pantry shelves. I probably will do right now this first season, and I still have all the chickens in the cooler in the garage that I will, the old hens that I will can, and then I'll be done for now. So just a quick how-to, I can my chicken. But on to the next video, stay tuned, because I'm pulling out the last batch of broth. So if you're interested in how I use those chicken necks and chicken feets for broth, that video is coming right here soon to you. Talk to you guys later.